Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Soy Kelsey, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing 10 facts you may not have known about me. I was inspired to do this video by my brother. He has started to make more personal videos on his YouTube channel, so I'll leave a link down to his video below. I highly recommend you watch it. He's such a cool, amazing person, and I just love him so much, and I think the video is very well done and very deep, and I like it. Okay, so the last time I did a facts video was back in 2015, so 3 years ago. All the facts are very much the same, but for these facts I tried to dig really deep down and think about facts that even my closest friends may not know about me. I know one of these facts for sure. My cousin, who we're only 2 months apart, we spend every day together pretty much. She did not know this fact about me, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a video where I dig deep and go deep into Kelsey. Now that sounds really gross. So let's get started. My first fact is that I am an open book. I tend to trust people very easily, and if you ask me a question about myself, I'll tell you like in full detail because I feel like I can trust you right away. It is a pro and a con because some of these people that I tell things to are just a chapter friend. They're in my life for like 1 week and out the other, and I've just given them a piece of me, a piece of information that they can do whatever they want with it, and you know, I don't know. People do things. But I'm a very open book. If you want to know anything about me, I will most likely tell you in full detail. Number 2, this one's kind of funny. My college friends definitely know about this. My mom knows about this for sure. I don't believe in clothes. I hate clothes. I think they're so constricting. Yes, they make you look adorable, but they're just, I don't like clothes. I'd rather be naked all the time, honestly. That's why I love summer. My third fact is that I cuss to relieve anger. Some people yell, some people punch things, some people are quiet and don't do anything. I have to cuss. It just makes me feel so much better. Number 4, my family does this thing where we create words, and I didn't know it was a problem until I actually used it in a conversation, and my friend was like, "What did you just say?" And I was like, "You know." And she's like, "That's definitely not a word." So the word was gription, okay? My family's used this word for as long as I can remember. I think it's a combination of grip and suction. So I was just saying, like, my rainbow sandals don't have any gription. And she was like, "What?" And I was like, gription. And she goes, "That's definitely not a word, Kelsey." And I was like, I had to Google it, and I was like, it is for sure. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was like that meme with like all the math problems like around my head, and I was like, my whole life has been a lie. The 5th fact about me is that I hate getting in trouble, and I envy those who can just like get in trouble, like a little slap on the wrist, and like done, it's over with. I obsess over it. I think about it a year later, 5 years later, and in those moments I get embarrassed about how I got in trouble. I just hate getting in trouble. I was runner-up for teacher's pet in high school. I'll just leave you with that. That's how much I hate getting in trouble. My 6th fact is that I was in a spelling bee in 3rd grade, and my word was moist, and I spelled it like this: moist. M-O-I-S-T-E. Moist. And now my family uses the word moisty. My 7th fact is that I am self-taught playing the guitar, playing the ukulele, playing the piano, and singing. I'm not like an expert in all those fields, but I'd say I'm good at it, enough to sing. I play the guitar to sing, so I wish I could finger pluck a little bit better. That's something on my goals list. Learning the piano more is something on my goals list of life. And learning how to sing. I really want to take singing lessons because I don't even know how to warm up my vocals. My 8th fact is that my biggest fear is losing mobility. And it's funny because I have been facing this fear head on for the past 2 months. I didn't think it was going to be this hard, but let me tell you, I'm depressed. But we won't get into that. But that's my biggest fear. My 9th fact is that I have almost died twice. Both times were when I was younger. I was a very sick child. I had extreme asthma. Now my asthma's a lot better, but back then I had an asthma attack and I had to be hospitalized. I've had like all types of inhalers. I've had a nebulizer, which is like a mask, it's like an oxygen mask, and it's just like putting the like drips of, I don't even know what it is, but I had to do that every single night. And yeah, the second time was, it's a little TMI. I had number 2, but very bad, the diarrheas. Do you not realize I've had diarrhea since Easter's? I was losing a lot of fluids in my body. So yeah, like, you know, it's very common to have diarrhea, but like having an excess amount is very bad. You should get that checked out, because I was losing all the fluids in my body and I almost died. I was hospitalized again too. I was a very sick child. And my 10th and final fact is very similar to my brother's actually, is that I have a close connection with those who have passed away. When my grandpa died when I was in college, I remember going to take a nap before class and I literally had only like 10 minutes to sleep. So I was like, oh, let me just like close my eyes for a little bit. So I ended up going into a dream, and I had a dream I was holding hands with this guy and we were holding hands like this, and all of a sudden like a hand takes over and holds hands with me, and then it's like tugging me and pulling me, and I kind of like open my eyes a bit and I see my grandpa standing at the edge of my bed, and he's wearing all white, and he often wore, like when he was dying, he wore a white shirt, so I think that's why I saw him in white. He always had like a white undershirt on, and I saw him there and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? And he was like pulling my arm, like my arm was literally floating in the air. And then like when I finally came to like full consciousness, I just started crying, and he like was gone, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just saw my grandpa just visited me. And another occasion is when my dog had passed away. She passed away a couple years ago, and I always associated her with hummingbirds, and I had to work that day, the morning we put her down, and I remember I took another route to like the break room because I like didn't want to see anybody. I was crying so much, and I never take that route, and there was a hummingbird that just like flew right by me and was like flying right by my face and walked with me like the whole route, and I was like, this has to be my dog, like this has to be her saying hi. And it was just, it was so beautiful. And I feel like this kind of goes with it. I have sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is when you're about to go to bed and your body just like freezes up and you're paralyzed. You can't move and you can't get out of it. And you're kind of awake, but you're kind of asleep at the same time. And I usually just have to count myself out of it, like 1, 2, 3, and then I like can get out of it. But last night I had sleep paralysis, and I always see red when I like my eyes are like closed. I don't know why, and I usually hear screaming, but I didn't hear any screaming. This time my eyes were closed and I felt someone walk across my bed and sit down next to me. And I remember being so scared because my eyes were closed and I like couldn't open my eyes, and I definitely felt a female presence, and I don't know who it was because no one's died in this house except for my grandpa. So I don't know who was visiting me, but it was, whoa. I have a connection. I can feel their vibes. Also, when I go to the cemetery, like I know when the spirit is there saying hi to me and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. Yeah, kind of scary at the same time. I hope you guys enjoyed this 10 facts about me. I will see you in my next video. Hope you enjoyed it.